And it is the Raw wrap-up. Mike Sorg at Sorgatron on the Twitters. WrestlingMayhemShow.com. Click the link. ProWrestlingTees.com/WMS. Big sale right now. I believe the code is America for 20% off for the next few days through the holiday weekend. Get your WMS threads. I got the crew with me. They got their threads. I know they're sporting them. Maybe not right now, but they're sporting them a lot. First of all, also here in the greater Pittsburgh area, it is the Rizz. Rizz plays games, etc.
Etc. Etc.
Yeah,
nothing really happened.
We'll get into it. And also with us from Poughkeepsie, New York, the only member of the crew with a future endeavor letter from WWE Corporate, it is Mad Mike.
Hi, Sorg.
Hey.
Raw. Wow.
Are you ever going to get that framed? I always wanted to, like, I remember when you got it, we all were like, you're going to get that framed, aren't you?
I will eventually. I still have it. I just haven't printed it out, and, it will be framed eventually.
All right. I know you're a little iffy about how Raw went tonight and how exciting it may have been, Mike, but I want to talk about, let's start with the positive. Let's start with the power of positivity and some of my favorite stuff tonight. We had the Wyatt Day come out.
It's a new Bray! Yes, it is! I can't take credit for that joke.
That was absolutely fantastic. The New Day parody of the Wyatt family. Like I said, it really for this that's been a lot of fun, and they're doing something really interesting with Xavier and teasing. I don't know what they're teasing with this. We'll see where this goes. I thought he was kind of like he was walking out the Vigo the Carpathian in Ghostbusters 2 last week, but we'll see kind of where they go with this. But I keep saying it, I'm not really getting it yet. But the Wyatt's got to be evil as hell in this, and we haven't even had a physical encounter yet. I don't know where. Obviously, we're probably going to get like a three-way of some sort at Battleground, but in the meantime, we do have a lot of runway before that.
You mean 6-man?
6-man? What'd I say?
3-way.
3-way. There's 3 men on each side.
We could get a 3-way and a 6-man. Hi-yo!
A 3-way, 6-man, 5 fatal 5 fur.
Moss-covered family credenza.
But what do you guys? Before we get into the Fatal 5-way, what do you guys think of the generally the New Day Wyatt situation?
I thought it was fun. It bothered me a little bit that Xavier dressed as Luke Harper and not as Braun Strowman.
Really? That's the detail you're going to be hung up on?
It's important.
I think that's well. I think. No,
I think it makes sense.
I don't have a good reason, but other than that's like the visual interpretation you always see.
Yeah. But it's like if when DX impersonated the Nation, one of them came out as Crush.
Yeah, but they're kind of interchangeable, unlike Crush.
For me though, it's kind of sad because they're hinting so hard at the fact that the New Day is going to split up.
Is it a split though? Is that what's happening here?
I think they're making it seem like he's either possessed or he doesn't want to do this anymore.
I see. I take it as Xavier is being attracted to the darkness. So we could get emo Xavier in the coming weeks.
Beard, like a Wyatt family Xavier,
eyeliner, and.
But Sorg, we say this every time with the Wyatt family. We think something is going to happen with them, and it never does.
We'll see. We'll see what happens.
It never does, though. Bray had Undertaker and Kane's powers for about 15 minutes in one promo, and then poof, they're gone. Daniel Bryan was a member for a week and a half, and he wore an ugly jumpsuit, and then oh no, he was just faking it.
Came back around, man. Came back around. No, I want to see where this goes. I think it's the best matchup with them they've had for a while, so looking forward to it. All right, let's get around to some other stuff around Raw. Of course, there was the, hey, let's have a fatal 5-way, guys, because we got to cover up for Roman not being around for a while. Did they explain exactly what happened with him at the beginning? I missed the first
yeah.
like 5 minutes of Raw. Like,
Oh, yeah.
what was the layout on what happened to Roman?
Well, Seth basically came out and he looked like he was about to cut a normal promo, and he's like, you know what? Let's talk about Roman Reigns. Not really allowed to. Let's talk about Roman Reigns. And they showed his tweet, and Seth broke down the tweet saying Roman Reigns never apologizes for anything. He says sorry for his friends and family. I thought it was one versus all, pal. Like, it was.
Awesome.
He threw him under a Ford HGH. It was pretty great.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I'm glad that they did address it, because he's too in the spotlight. Yeah, they had to. It's the elephant in the room. They're not going to be able to dance around this for the next month until the pay-per-view that he's still being announced for.
And you know what? He shouldn't be.
I'm
sorry. I know they want this Shield triple threat, but he should be punished for this.
I agree, but you know, and I worry that it won't be as strong of a triple threat because of it. Because we're not going to have all this. Or we'll be better because we won't have these guys mixing it up every week leading up to it.
I mean, with Roman on TV, we're going to get a whole solid month of every time Roman spoke, he'd get booed, and every time Seth or Dean spoke, they'd get cheered. So now we don't have to do that, and it's just going to be people booing Seth, people cheering Dean like it's supposed to be.
And like I said, I said this last week, just having Roman out there is not helping WWE's cause. It's not. I mean, I don't see why he's going to do that, and I'm agreeing with you. I don't know why I'm looking over here. This isn't even on. I don't even know why.
Look at the camera, Rizz. Look at your actual camera.
Right, actual camera that's on. But Mike, you're right. I mean, he shouldn't be in this match. And because his whole momentum is gone.
He had no momentum.
No, he had some. Before this all happened, he had the T-shirts, he had the fans, he had some fans behind him. He had the John Cena syndrome. He had one side chanting, "Let's go Roman," the other side chanting, "Roman sucks." And then all this happened, and I still believe that now the parents have to describe why their favorite superstar, Roman Reigns, is not on television anymore.
Everything's going to be okay. Everything's going to be okay.
So when he comes back, he's not going to get any reaction.
One versus all, brother.
I think he's going to get straight up booed when he gets back.
Yeah.
No, but
he's not going to get the reaction that the WWE wants him to get.
He hasn't been. He hasn't been getting that reaction. They want him to be universally cheered, and that's not going to happen. This will make it happen even less so.
Yeah, I think in the long run, like he's seen even worse as a come on man.
Trust me. As a fan of the New York Yankees, when a guy comes back from a steroid suspension, it is very hard to take him back. Hello, Alex Rodriguez.
But
there needs to be a lot of hurt feelings and apologies, and he needs to do a lot of ass kissing for even the people who were support. Like, Roman Reigns is the Alex Rodriguez of wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
He absolutely is.
Now he is.
No, he legitimately is now. Like, he's absolutely A-Rod, except without the declining age. He's absolutely A-Rod. And that's not a good spot for you to be in.
All right, let's get it back around because we're kind of getting general showness here.
Yes.
I enjoy. I don't know if you guys noticed this, but I feel like Rusev and Titus O'Neil is the same segment as Becky Lynch and Natalya, and I'm absolutely okay with that.
Yeah, and I'm fine. And this is just me being a friend of Titus O'Neil time on Twitter. Let it be known.
Good better
Uh,
know.
but I'm starting to slightly enjoy this feud a little bit more. It gives it some depth.
Hey, you know what? I miss the days when a feud was just because two guys kind of hated each other.
Well, technically, this is a feud of Rusev hating his kids and Dad of the Year Titus hating Rusev for hating his kids.
Bringing the family into it, just like
Like
Ric Flair and Steamboat.
Yeah. But we had a lot of that this time too.
We did have a lot of that.
I mean, with Dean and Seth, Owens and Zayn. But I think this kind of flew under the radar for us because I think I kind of like this two big guys going at each other. It sets up for a good pre-show.
Or two girls.
Yeah,
in the case of Becky and Natty. I think that's great, and I think they're gonna have those two have to have like a really good, probably a pre-show, just knockdown, drag out match for this. And of course, we're obviously setting up for some Sasha Charlotte action, which hopefully sets up for a pretty big SummerSlam match actually
Bayley?
in the long run.
If they're on the same brand.
Bayley? Well, yeah, that's the thing.
If they're on the same brand.
Yeah, I guess
We're doing a lot of matches at Battleground that should be at SummerSlam.
That does seem weird, like that timing. We'll see what they do with SummerSlam. You don't know. I mean, that's
SummerSlam
probably
is a big show. It's one of the big four.
I mean, that's one of those. They're probably going to lean more on like Brock Lesnar coming back and stuff like that.
If he can fight.
If he can fight.
If he's cleared after getting punched in the face repeatedly.
Yeah. Gotta.
There's a lot of ifs going on.
There's a lot of SummerSlam could be something.
Hey, I got tickets to the thing the night before.
That's good. That's the more reliable, probably. So, all right. From that, hey guys. We do need to address. You guys mentioned in passing, but the best segment of the night, I think, hands down, Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, fight forever.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin Owens is such a jerk.
Yeah.
They are completely splitting these two guys up in brands.
I hope not.
I don't.
No. Because you can't just keep going with this. I think they've been running it so hot and heavy since the beginning of the year here that
finish at WrestleMania.
No. You have a big blow off. Whatever happens at Battleground happens. You find out that they get split up the Tuesday before. This is the last battle, at least for a while. This is the last battle ever, at least for a while.
Sorg.
You need to cool it off for a little bit, and then maybe it comes back around, and it's for a title. It's for something else. It's at WrestleMania. Something happens. Maybe they meet again at Royal Rumble, and that reignites the feud. You can't just have them going at each other. One gets hurt out like in NXT, and they get to do something else and build themselves up off of other people. I think that's the perfect thing for them and the perfect time for them to do that right now.
Sorg, I have 3 words for you that make me feel that you're wrong. Team Hell No.
No, I don't think.
I think we're gonna do it.
I do smell a tag team.
I think we're going to do it because Sami Zayn is a jerk. He is. I'm not just saying this as a Kevin Owens fan. Sami Zayn comes off pompous, arrogant. He just has a very douchey demeanor about him. He's not like a typical WWE face.
Okay.
And they've been teasing a lot of times that these two work really well together. Even if they hate each other.
Sheamus took crap in Del Rio's car.
Yes, but that's being childish. That's different.
The Rock called John Cena.
And The Rock uses insults an 8-year-old does. Sami Zayn is a legitimate jerk on screen. Like, he interrupts interviews with Cesaro for no reason. He kicks people in the face who are interviewing him. Like, I really, really think... Because when these brands split up, we're gonna need other tag teams. We're going to, because some tag teams are gonna get split up. Because remember, the last time we had the brand split, Kurt Angle and Canadian Wrestler X were tag team champions, so we're Edge and Rey Mysterio. Sometimes. And plus, this way, it's a way to keep them on the same brand, so you have the interaction, but you don't have to feud them, because if they become tag team champions in a random happenstance, and then at like a Royal Rumble, Kevin Owens goes full Owen Hart and takes out Sami.
That wasn't
not that way, Rizz. Not that way, Rizz.
That was a good analogy to use.
No, it's a perfectly apt analogy. No, because at Royal Rumble, Owen and Brett were going for the tag titles, and Owen destroyed Brett.
Yeah.
Oh, no, you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
I can see that, and I'd like to see it if it happens.
I'd like to see that too, but I do see them tagging up. Like during that entire segment, because they had that moment of just that one split second of Dean Jericho that they once had in PWG, where they just kicked the living crap out of Jericho. Which, by the way, the best part of that was just Jericho there sparking the fire a little bit, just like stoking the fire, letting it go a little bit further. Just going, yeah, but you hear them? They're chanting for. What was the line? They're calling
drink it in, man.
No.
The drink, his drink it in, man. Like is the best. He's getting that. Is this like the Austin Powers thing he's doing here?
I don't know.
But I love it. It's so maybe great.
I'm not sure what Coen Brothers movie he saw to steal that from, but he definitely saw it somewhere.
His interaction with Owens, just going, they're telling you to get your balls or something like grow a pair.
Yeah.
And just
by the way, first grow a pair chant that I'm aware of in pro wrestling.
And then he turned his attention to Zayn and just goes and does the exact same thing Mad Mike just did. He just told him, you're arrogant. Like he just told him straight up. He was like, you're arrogant. You're not. You cost him his matches. Man. And so on and so forth. And he's like, you guys want to fight each other, and you're not as good as I am.
Man, Canadians, huh? Well, speaking of Canadians, Mad Mike, since you're the one closest to the border right now, why don't you go first and tell us how much of Raw was watchable tonight?
Well, I came in a little bit late, so I had to fast forward through some of it. But the main event, we knew what was going to happen. We knew what was going to happen with the Rollins match.
Because a 5-way is just too ridiculous of a concept for us to have right now.
No, I don't think it is.
And Cena AJ makes more sense to continue that.
Yeah.
I wanted a 6-pack challenge, Sorg.
Six-pack challenge. Who'd be number 6?
Returning Randy Orton.
Zack Ryder.
You know, I wanted Zack Ryder to be the next guy to come out, actually.
Yeah. I saw the tweet, and I was like, Zack Ryder should come out.
Rizz, how much was watchable for you tonight?
No, I didn't actually.
Oh, you didn't answer?
About an hour and a half.
Sounds about right. Okay, all right, Rizz?
I'm going to go 15 minutes less, an hour 15.
Ooh. I
don't know. It just felt like it was on.
You know, it was, for me, nothing was bad tonight. Nothing was like, ugh. I mean, just general tiredness from my Monday. But, everything that I was involved in seemed good.
Yeah. We're just killing time until the draft.
Right. I mean, it was fine. I enjoyed seeing Seth and Cena. Geez, might have been match of the night. And I thought that was great. And even AJ Dean probably wasn't a bad match. It was just like, ugh, I'm kind of tired of this by the time we get to 11:50. And AJ Styles match isn't special anymore. because he's been around for 6 months, right? So we're kind of at that point. We're like, well, we've kind of seen all the matchups that
Well,
they're
I mean,
going to
it
put us
doesn't.
on
It
Raw.
doesn't.
He's still a
help
good
that-
wrestler, and he's still going to put on an
Oh
awesome
no,
match.
no
Sorg.
problem, no problem there or anything like that. But you just kind of knew the conclusion, right?
Well, yeah, it's like when you read the ending of a book before you start it.
Right. So, or
That's why you can't do those kind of stipulations. Like if they had a tag match where Cena and AJ had to team up against Ambrose and Rollins, that would have been truly interesting.
yeah, but then you
Because-
feel about 15 minutes less of your program than doing it the other way. I think that's some
Yeah.
decision making right there.
Yeah, but you could have had a longer Divas tag. You could have had a longer women's tag match. I mean,
By the way, can I just
you could have
point out,
had a second
Come on,
women's
Divas
match.
already went 2 segments. Come on.
yeah, can I just point out that Dana Brooke is there? like she's
She's
you
out of
guys
her
saw-
depth. She's out of her depth in a match that includes Paige, Charlotte,
Yes.
and Sasha.
You guys saw where she tagged in by tagging Paige in the back,
Rizz,
right?
Rizz, you shut up about Dana. Dana's awesome. Dana is doing the best she can do when Emma went down with an injury.
Yeah, seriously, because Dana is not somebody that has the tools of, again, those other girls, right? But I think she's somebody who's going to do just fine given some time, and I think she might be a little too rushed to the main roster, to be quite honest. I mean, she's not bad. She's not Cameron, was it?
Yeah.
She's not Cameron Kamala pin bad, but she's passable. I just think she needs to bake a little bit in the NXT roster.
She's the Baron Corbin of female wrestling.
Nope. Hey, watch your mouth. Baron Corbin
I
is
said
a
it.
nice, very much taller than me gentleman.
It's been said.
Don't tell him about
That
belly.
doesn't mean just because it's been said doesn't mean it's accurate.
No. I think Baron's fine. I don't think Baron was brought up too quick, other than he was brought up and then kind of has been doing the same thing since WrestleMania.
He was brought up at the same time. Enzo, Cass, Dana, and Apollo were all brought up.
Yeah.
Right.
That's why they're all kind of floundering. Like,
But you'd think Baron would be better because
what have they given him?
giant.
They haven't given him.
I think
anything.
everything that he's been handed, he's been doing fine.
a
Yeah.
giant trophy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that was good, and that was a big one. And now every time Baron comes around, and every time they come around the WrestleMania, be like that guy that won that trophy, and that's a big notch in his belt. That's a big thing they get to say. Like they say Jericho. Jericho may not be a 15-time champion, but he's the guy that was the first unified. He was the guy that beat Rock and Austin the same night. That is in some cases more important to be able to have that line. To show his weight than having other things in wrestling. So
And if Dana was if instead of heel Natty, we had Becky versus Emma, which I think was supposed to be the gimmick, and Dana was Emma's second, she'd be perfectly fine.
absolutely.
She just doesn't have a reason to be in Charlotte's corner.
No.
There's no reason other than Emma got injured and we need to do something with Dana Brooke. If this was Tessa Blanchard, it would make sense because there's the actual Horseman connection there.
Tessa, have I mentioned? I know we're going long, but Tessa Blanchard is such a nice person. Every time I see her on my TV, I'm like, good, she's a nice person.
Mm-hmm.
So
wait. She's gonna stab someone in the back.
She's gonna stab somebody in the face is what's gonna end up happening. She was just like somebody I just randomly ran into backstage and just had a good conversation and good for you, good person. Every time I see Johnny Gargano doing so, that's a nice guy. Good for him.
Oh yeah.
Logan Shulo, Drifter, even though he's injured.
Elias Sampson.
Speedy
Say
recovery.
his name right, Sorg.
Elias Sampson, the Drifter.
Eric, friend of the show.
I keep getting messed up.
though
Like
he
even
could be
even
interesting.
even DJZ was Instagramming about he was hanging out with some Sam Elias guy, and I'm like, no wonder I keep messing up Logan's name. But anyways, that's enough. We're going off the deep end here. We got to wrap it up. We got to wrap up the wrap up here. Rizz at
Yes.
the
Sorry, how
Rizz.
many hours was Raw?
Oh, 2 hours if I didn't say it. 2 hours.
Okay.
And let us know how many hours you thought was watchable of Raw. That's a little game we like to play. Although I was very tempted to start a new segment, but we're definitely going too long. But maybe consider it for next week. Stupid Idiot of the Night.
Oh, I like it. I like it.
In honor of Chris Jericho's amazing catchphrase these days. So think about that. Maybe we'll start that in the coming weeks. Although maybe at this point we can all agree it's Dana Brooke.
Yeah.
No,
That feels too mean.
no,
That feels too mean.
no.
Okay,
Dana
real
Brooke is
quick,
not
real quick,
stupid idiot
no-
of the week.
Real quick, no reason given. Who's your stupid idiot of the night, Mad Mike?
Roman Reigns.
Rizz?
Yeah, Roman Reigns.
And Roman Reigns it is. At the
Sorry,
Rizz on Twitter.
Roman Reigns in Sorg's office.
At the Rizz on Twitter. Rizz plays games on YouTube. Mad Mike 4883 on the Twitter. I'm at Sorgatron. Roman Reigns.
Whoa.
Say he's a
home.
stupid idiot, Sorg. He's blowing the outro.
He's sitting at home watching this wrap up to see what we're saying about him.
Roman should be 2-ply.
And
Sorg.
Roman's keeping it raw. See you guys next time.